Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Today is Wednesday. It is a box day. So today's box is a peekaboo box for 3 of the Kit Kat Bunnies. So small bag of them. We can only find the 65 piece bag at Sam's Club. We'll see. But this little box holds 3 bunnies perfectly. And we decorated it very minimalistically. That's my style, clean and simple. But also, keeping in mind that this is maybe for a craft fair, you do not want to add all of your supplies to your craft fair. I know my shabby chic girls, your shabby chic heart is cringing right now because there's like nothing on this box. But you have to keep in mind that when you do craft fairs, most people are just going to throw the box away. So don't put, 30 elements on here because they're just going to throw it away. So anyway, but yeah, so super cute. I left enough room to where you can add some of the Easter grass in there if you want to, or tissue paper or something like that. There's plenty of room for that, but they're not going anywhere. They're not shifting, easy to transport, great coworker gift, great classroom treat gift. And here's the tutorial. Okay, so let's grab our pizza box style box template. That's your purple book. And, excuse me, turn to your empty page. And find a ruler. I don't know why my books don't like to stay open here. It's like, anyway. All right, so I want mine to be presented like this. They're going to be kind of squished together, so I'm going to squish them together. I'm going to go 4. So you can make your box as wide as you want, but I want them to be snug and not move, and I don't want to have to make an insert tray. So that's why I squished mine together, and I'm going to do mine at 4, I think. Yep. So my left to right is 4. My up and down is, I'm going to do mine at 3. And my thickness, I know from last week, well, looks like 1/2 inch. That's normally what I would do. I'm going to do 3/4 this time, just in case I want to add some like grass, like little Easter grass in there, because this is snug. Like this is the 1/2 inch, that's it. You're not fitting anything else in this box with it. Okay. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. Okay. That's how thick she's going to be. My left to right is 4. My up and down is 3. On this one, we only need the up and down twice. Okay. So let's go ahead and math it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measurements for our up and down, right? Yep. Okay. Calculator, please. 0.75 plus 3 plus 0.75 plus 3 plus 0.75 equals 8 1/4 by, get out a blue pen. Our left to right needs to have 3 measurements. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, even when I'm not on camera, I do this because pizza box style boxes, I don't do a lot of them because full flat box is my favorite. But, so I have to do this. Okay, by 5 1/2. Oh, we can get 2 boxes out of one sheet of 8 1/2 by 11. That's always great. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to make my box directly from the paper collection. Okay. let me grab all that. Okay. Paper, I just had it in my hand. Oh, here it is. I'm just going to use the same paper. Why? Because it was the easiest one. Oh, I didn't even do my measurements or anything. Slacking. Okay, let's do our measurements first. Okay, so the long side is the pink, so we need 3/4, 3 3/4. Wait. Okay, I gotta do one at a time. Okay, 4 1/2 and 5 1/4. The short side, you need 3/4 on both sides. Right. Yes, I did just do that in the calculator because I'm having a day and I don't care. Right, 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. Right, there's my 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. There we go. I'm gonna do mine on, I want the plaid to be showing. I love plaid. Plaid is my favorite. So I'm gonna have my plaid showing. So that's the side I want to score on. And what I'm gonna do is the cheater way. You guys see me do this pretty much with every box. I'm gonna score 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. And then I'm going to also check that my measurements and my math were correct. So on the long side, it should be at, where's the ruler? Or the short side, I'm here. So it should be at 3/4 and 4 3/4. That is correct. My short side is correct. So my long side, I still need to do my 2 middle measurements. So 3 3/4 and 4 1/2. Okay. So how you check your work, you make sure that this is 3 inches long going this way, and this should be 4 inches going left to right, and it's perfect. 3 inches, 4 inches, perfect. I knew my math was right, but that's just kind of how you can check yourself. Okay. Ouch, just stabbed myself with a ruler. All right, going forward. We're going to go ahead and crease all of our lines, get them nice and crisp. Okay. And one more. That's the key to a good box, is nice, crisp, burnished, however you say it, lines. Yeah, I'm still feeling awkward about that since somebody called me out saying I was saying the word wrong. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to work on this side. Again. Oh, my timer. I got to go put something in the oven. 1 second. Okay. Let me move my book. Yeah, we had got a big chicken pot pie from Sam's. So that's what I had to put in the oven. Anyway. Put your paper the long side at the top, and we're going to start the bottom right, and we're going to cut up the score line. We're going to cut off half of the square, miter. Yes, I just did it backwards. That's fine. Don't matter as long as you get the same result. You're going to come up to this next score line. We're going to cut up. You're going to cut up the second and third score line. You're going to cut off approximately half, and you're going to miter. Normally with pizza box styles, you're going to have rectangles and squares. you never touch the rectangles, you only cut on the squares. I know there have been instances where everything's a square, but the majority of the time, your pizza box style is going to have a rectangle and squares. Okay. Same thing with that last square line, cut up, miter, cut half. Okay. What you do to the top, you need to do to the bottom and vice versa. You can start on either side. It doesn't matter. This time I started on the left. Cut up the score line, cut off half, miter. The middle two score lines, cut up, half of the square, miter. You don't have to cut off half if you don't want to. If you want a long tab, have a long tab. I just didn't want a long tab. Okay. And what that will look like is you cut up the score line and then you just miter and miter. And then your tab is just longer. It doesn't add or take away anything. I just was trained to cut it off. Yes, like a dog. Trained. Anyway, okay, so put it, your box where the short side is at the top. Now you need to determine what is going to be the top of your box and the bottom. So this is going to be my top only because that's what I picked. My paper is non-directional, so it didn't matter which is the top or the bottom. The bottom gets 4 tabs and the top gets 2 tabs. Okay, but we need to go ahead and put this window here. So I'm going to take my pencil and my ruler. This will be easier if you don't have your tabs glued down. I'm sure you can do it with your tabs put together. I'm sure one of these days I'm going to forget and have to do it that way. But not today. I remembered. All right, so the actual picture of the bunny is 2.5 or 2. I need it this way. It's 1 by 2.25. So let me see where 2.25 falls on here. 2.25. All right, I think I'm going to do 3/4 inch of a border. No. Let me see. I'm just trying to determine how much of the paper do I want to see around my bunnies. So I'm thinking 3/4, because I can always cut more if I need to. If my border is too thick and I don't see enough of the bunnies, then just cut more. Alright, so I'm going to see what this looks like with the ruler. And I think this might be too big of a border. I did my measurements the wrong way. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. See, when I get distracted, this is what happens. So that's going to be too big of a border because you're not going to be able to see anything but the Kit Kat. So I'm going to make mine 1/2 inch border. So I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to use a blue pen, actually a pink pen, so I don't get confused which lines to cut on. Yes, I could just go for it and cut and not draw the lines. I'm just not brave enough yet to do that. Okay, I'm not. So for right now, I'm just going to draw my lines and cut. And no, I'm not going to erase my, actually I probably will erase my pencil, some of my pencil marks. You know what I just thought of? definitely use pencil because you need to erase from down here. Thankfully, I grabbed my erasable pen. So yeah, on this box, I forgot you are going to see lines because when you open it, but we also need to hide that acetate, right? So we're going to have to do some stuff. I forgot. All right. Because I'm not going to want exposed acetate. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this out. Wait. Just to the cross lines. If you go over your cross lines, you're fine. I mean, it'll just have a little slit. No one's going to pay attention to it. Put a flower over it. Because I just almost cut all the way down. Alright, so we're cutting this out. We're cutting this out while I'm thinking about how I'm going to cover my acetate. Cover my acetate. I know. And last one. Okay. Have your scissors help you out if you didn't get all the way to the cross. And this one, what's going on here? Okay. You can pull it, but sometimes it leaves a raggedy edge, so I'm just gonna use my scissors. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. You can still see this. You're gonna be able to see these lines. You can pencil erase, but I think I may just add strips over this to cover the acetate glue. We're going to see. But first I am going to go ahead and erase all these lines in case I don't want to cover it with another piece of paper. Okay, so I erased all my lines and I cut my acetate to 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, so it's just smaller. And I'm thinking this is going to be the, one of the only instances where you're going to see me tape around the acetate as opposed to taping around the window. This is making me a little uneasy, but I think this is what's going to be best, so I don't have to use more paper to cover the inside of my box. Alright, so where's my little... So again, I'm going around the acetate. This is 3/8 inch of a tape. Instead of going around the open window, which is not my style, but it is right now. Because I don't want to have to decorate, cut little strips and all that. So we're just going to do this and see how it looks. I may end up having to cut strips. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I probably should have used 1/4 inch now that okay. Hopefully... I'm scared because I don't want to see the tape lines on the front of the box. And if you watched last week's box, I think I explained about how sometimes taping it like this, you can see the tape, the front of the window. And I know this side you can see it, so I'm going to move it just a little bit. Because I didn't quite cut my opening exact. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with seeing the little bit of tape. Otherwise, you would have to take, 1/2 inch or 3/8 inch strips and cover that and all that. I don't want to do that. It's the inside of the box. Call me a lazy crafter, I don't know, but I don't want to do it, so I'm not. And I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with leaving my fingerprints. Let's go ahead and get those off of there. Sorry about the shaking. All right, bottom of the box gets 4 tabs. Are you kidding me right now? My glue got clogged even though it has the lid. Right. Okay. All right, you can glue 1 tab at a time, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, 4 tabs, however you want to do your box. Just making sure you get the top folded edge really well. Okay, and we're just meeting the corners. Making sure the cut edge is lined up with the folded edge. There's no glue spilling out. And last one. All right, now you're gonna make sure with your top, same thing. And again, it will not take you this long to make these boxes. It just takes me this long in tutorials because A, I talk too much. And B, I want to make sure every craft level can follow along. So if you're just starting or you've been doing this for 30 years, you can follow along. Okay. Alright, so now we need to make sure our box is pulled back. Actually wait for your glue to dry. Don't be a me and not wait. Put your bunnies in. Actually, I'm trying to go with the flow of the wrapper. I want yellow in the middle. Like so. And look at how super cute. It looks like little bunnies laying on a blankie. So cute. So cute. Yes, I got some yuck on there. I'll clean that off later. But that is your tutorial. Now you're going to decorate it however you want. You don't even have to decorate it. You know, if you're doing these for a craft fair, less is more, right? Tie a bow, you know, that ribbon that we all bought that was like 25 cents. When AC Moore was going out of business, use it. You can tie a bow around it. You can put some stickers, a couple, like 2 or 3 flowers, some little carrots, and call it done. Okay, don't do too much on a craft fair because the people are going to take the chocolate out and throw the box away. Okay, if you want a finger pull, take your whatever size circle you want. I have this 3/4 inch and cut a little tiny bit. That just makes it. That's an optional step. That's a if you remember step. Okay, that's it, guys. Bye.